and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our New York Islanders franchise mode in NHL 25. Yes, I said NHL 25. I feel like I had to give this franchise mode a proper send-off. It was a very short-lived one, but we did kind of start it late. NHL 26 is out. Speaking of, check out my latest post on X because you have the chance to choose our next team in franchise mode in NHL 26. I think as for right now, though, we're going to do a 10-year simulation of our New York Islanders franchise mode, see where everybody stands, see where our team stands. Maybe we'll win a Stanley Cup, maybe not. Keep an eye out for our top players or top prospects. But yes, definitely be sure to vote on my recent post on X. I'm excited to start franchise mode in NHL 26. Without further ado here, let's simulate the rest of the 2026-2027 season. Pretty decent start to the season so far. We're chilling in 4th place in the Metro, but let's see how we do at the end of the season. Right, and here we are at the end of the regular season, and we do in fact clinch a playoff spot with 45 wins for 96 points. Let's find out who we're going to play in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's going to be the New Jersey Devils. Off the brink of elimination, we do get a win in game number 5. We do get a win in game number 6. We have game 7 here against the Devils. But unfortunately, the New Jersey Devils are going to eliminate us in 7 games as they're going to take on the Rangers in the second round. As for Bridgeport, they're also going to get bounced in the first round, having a 2-0 lead and then losing 3 straight games to Lehigh Valley. We're going to have an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final matchup here. It's going to go to 7 games between the Oilers and the Maple Leafs, and the Edmonton Oilers are going to take the Stanley Cup. Davo's going to get Edmonton their second Stanley Cup in 3 years. Draisaitl's going to take the Art Ross and the Hart. Conn Smythe is going to go to Hyman, and the Vezina's going to go to... Vezina's going to go to Skinner. Blackwood's going to get the Jennings with Wedgwood. Oh, man. Back-to-back as well. And Pasternak's going to take home the Rocket Richard. For us, though, Noah Dobson's going to be our leading point scorer with only 56 points, 8 goals. By the way, as we head into free agency, I'm going to put auto free agents on. So I have absolutely no control of what happens to this team now. We're putting this in the hands of the AI. As we are here July 1st, 97 overall, Quinn Hughes is going to be the top free agent on this list. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every franchise mode, Quinn Hughes always drops in free agency. Danny Nelson here at an 85 overall, medium elite, and he's going to get offered a contract as an RFA. Definitely can't let him go. 11 teams interested in Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes is going to sign for the Utah Hockey Club. What? Very interesting indeed. Anyways, now let's jump into season number 2 of the video. Here we are now for the next season. We got a pretty solid lineup here. Our young guns are starting to develop. Nelson and Yzerman both at an 87. I will notice that we do have Jack Roslovic on our second line here. Don't know where we got him from. I don't think he was a free agent. And we have Ilya Sorokin being backed up by Arvid Soderblom. Alright, so now we're going to simulate the 2027-2028 season. I have some sort of optimism for this season here. Right, here we are at the end of the season here. 91 points, just enough to scrape us into the playoffs right above the Rangers. Let's see who our first round opponents are going to be. It's the Carolina Hurricanes. Once again, back-to-back years, we're going to have game number 7 against a Metropolitan Division rival. Unlike last year, though, let's hope to win this one. Unfortunately, though, that's not going to happen. The Hurricanes are going to take us down in 7. Oh no. The Bridgeport Islanders are going to get reverse swept by the Rochester Americans. Oh, man. A 3-0 series lead flushed down the drain. Oh, that's so tough. Just watch that all transpire. Another all-Canadian Stanley Cup final, this time between the Vancouver Canucks and Montreal Canadiens, who are also going to go to 7 games. And the Montreal Canadiens are going to take home the 2028 Stanley Cup. Matthews is going to take the Art Ross and the Hart. McKenna's not going to get his Calder till 2028. And Conn Smythe is going to go to Nick Suzuki. Jacob Markstrom with the Vezina, shockingly on the Florida Panthers. It looks like he's going to replace Bobrovsky. And in terms of our team, though, Sippy Cup's going to lead us in points with 79 points. A lot of great point production here from the team. Let's move on now to next season. Alex Ovechkin's going to call it a career here, surpassing the 1,000 goal mark. A lot of big names here. Kane, Giroux, Yossi going to announce their retirement. Let's see, is there anybody notable in the free agent market? Looks like we're going to let Jack Roslovic go after 1 year. Re-sign Romanov. That's an interesting choice there. Here's going to be our lines for the 2028-29 season. Cole Yzerman up to a 90 overall. He's going to be our highest rated player. The solid line with our captain, Bo Horvat, and Sippy Cup up to an 89 overall. Eli Tolvanen's going to be on our second line here. I guess we got him in free agency. He's going to replace Jack Roslovic. Marcus Foligno, another name there. And Eric Brandstrom's going to replace Romanov. Sorokin dropping now to an 88 overall. All right, let's simulate our next season here. Right, here we are at the end of the 2028-2029 season, and we're going to end the season with 102 points for 47 wins. And once again in the first round, we're going to take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And for the third straight year, we're going to get bounced in the first round. This time, we're going to get swept by the Hurricanes.
It's not looking good, Bev.
I think I'm going to simulate another 2 seasons. If we don't get anything from there, then rip. No Canadian team in sight for the Stanley Cup Final. We're going to get a rematch of the 2010 Stanley Cup Final. Blackhawks have a commanding 3-0 series lead, and they're going to sweep the Chicago Blackhawks. And they're going to sweep the Philadelphia Flyers. Art Ross and Hart's going to go to Draisaitl once again. Hughes and McCarr just playing hot potato with the Norris. Conn Smythe is going to go to Anthony Mantha. Okay, sure. Vezina to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. What? And the Jennings. What the f? And Patrick Waugh of our New York Islanders is going to win the Jack Adams. Lindsay and Richard's going to go to Draisaitl. This game makes no sense sometimes. Sippy Cup's going to pop off for another dominant season, as he's going to put up 85 points for our leading point scorer. Cole Yzerman right behind him with Horvat as well. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen found his stride with the Flyers here. 44 wins. Good for him. Our former captain, Anders Lee, is going to announce his retirement here, as well as Scott Mayfield. Jonathan Quick is going to announce his retirement at the age of 43. Wow. And Varlamov here, who jumped ship to the Rangers, he's going to announce his retirement as well. All right, without further ado, let's simulate to the next season, which is the 2029-2030 season. Here we are now, our lines for the 2029-2030 season. Cole Yzerman up to a 91 overall. He's going to keep his line here with Horvat and Sippy Cup. Looks like Barzal got an upgrade here to 88. Enzo Lawton, our first round pick in 2026, is going to make the team here. Same with Bill Zonin here, who we drafted in 2025. Ivan Provorov's going to join our top defensive pair here with Noah Dobson and Ilya Sorokin getting there in age at 86 overall, 34 years young. Here we are at the end of the 2030 season, and the Philadelphia Flyers are going to eliminate us here from the Stanley Cup playoffs. Final game of the season, we're going to miss the playoffs by 1 point. As for Bridgeport, yeah, I mean, they're not doing too hot down there either. The Edmonton Oilers are going to return to the Stanley Cup Finals. However, it's not going to be enough, as the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to take them down in 7 games. Sebastian Aho will take home the Art Ross and the Hart. Good for him. It's not usually somebody like him who wins it in this game. You could say the same for Shea Theodore, who wins the Norris Trophy, and Philip Gustafson, who wins the Vezina Trophy. Sippy Cup will once again lead our team in points, 68 points this time around. Cole Yzerman was 65, and Zetterlund was 61. Not the best season offensively from Dobson, but he's still chilling at a 91 overall. Right, so let's simulate to the final season of this video. I was originally going to do a 10-year sim, but honestly, we're not doing too bright here. The kid's going to call it a career here with the Vancouver Canucks. Pierre Engvall, only 34 years of age, he's going to call it a career with the New York Islanders. Here we are now for our final season of this franchise mode. Cole Yzerman down to a 90 overall. Barzal's going to jump to the first line here with Sippy Cup. Our captain, Bo Horvat, down to an 85. We're going to bring in Alexander Holtz on the fourth line. Ilya Sorokin, 82 overall. And here we are at the end of the 2030-2031 season as we clinch a playoff spot here. Let's see who we're going to play in the first round. If we get bounced in the first round again, We're going to take on the Florida Panthers. Oh my god, I do not believe it. The New York Islanders are advancing to the second round, eliminating the Panthers in 5 games. 4 straight wins. Let's go. We're going to take on the Montreal Canadiens here in the second round. We're going to take game 1 from the Canadiens, but unfortunately that's not enough as they're going to win 4 straight to eliminate us here in 5. And the Colorado Avalanche are going to eliminate the New Jersey Devils in 6 games to win the 2031 Stanley Cup. Sippy Cup putting up a 94-point season. Let's go. McDavid's finally going to get some trophies in this simulation. Taking home the Art Ross and the Hart. I mean, let's talk about Sippy Cup here. 94 points. My goat. But that's going to do it. Unfortunately, I did have to put an abrupt end to the series. It sucks, but what are you going to do? We're going to move on to NHL 26 now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let's go Islanders.